What's up, everybody? Today we're gonna be reacting to the only man in the town, man.
Sunny Daniel Enterprises.
Bad things, there's a lot of bad things that they wish and 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 they got plans, got plans, got plans, got plans.
But yeah, I guess this dude was the only dude in his town. Let's get into the story and see what it looked like.
I was the only boy born into a girl's village after 20 years.
I don't know where this fool lives, but he said a village. I don't even know if these are real or not. Like, somebody let me know in the comments, are these real stories or is this some BS? This kind of sounds crazy to me.
When you're the first boy to be born into a village chock-block full of girls after 20 years, let me tell you, that's some burden to bear. All you guys out there are probably thinking it must be like winning the lottery. Girls flocking to your feet everywhere. Yeah, it kinda was like that at first. But then things just got weird. Okay, so I live in a small village in East Europe, and the women have been giving birth to only girls for the past 20 years.
That's crazy if that's real.
We aren't really sure why, but my village believes that they got cursed from a witch that they kicked out a long time ago. But if you ask me, I think God is the one punishing us for kicking her out.
Probably some kind of genetic mutation with y'all XY chromosomes.
People in my village are not allowed to marry people from the outside. The moment my parents realized I was a boy, they quickly wrapped me up in a blanket and kept my gender a secret. They told everyone I was a girl and that my name was Jackie, when in actual fact, I was a boy and my name was Jared. A little bit weird, right?
Yeah.
But my parents had no other option. They knew that people would freak out if they found out I was a boy. No one in our village had given birth to a boy in more than 20 years.
That's crazy, man.
My parents didn't want me to get so much attention. They just wanted me to live a normal life, except it wasn't normal. And I only realized that now. Thinking back, at the time, I was none the wiser. I happily played with dolls and wore frilly dresses and let everyone call me Jackie. I mean, I didn't even know I was called Jared. Well, that was until I was 5 years old. I was playing in our backyard.
And my nuts fell.
A woman appeared on the other side of the wall. She was dangling some candy in front of my face, and like a little puppy dog, I followed her. I kept looking back, expecting my parents to come running out to get me, but they were nowhere to be seen. The woman asked me to get into her car and told me that if I was a good boy, she'd give me more candy. I didn't even think twice. My parents never let me eat candy. But then, I realized she'd said good boy, and I turned to her and told her I was a girl. I'll never forget the way she threw her head back and let out a chuckle. She looked at me and said, "Sure, pumpkin, and I'm the president of the United States." Oh, look, there's a flying pig. I fell for it and looked, and the next moment, she'd lifted up my dress and said, "See, you're a boy, you little freak."
This is random lady just come out of nowhere. Like, this is random lady, bruh. Like, just lifting up, looking at you already know.
I didn't understand what she was talking about. And then she explained that I was a boy and that my parents had been lying to me. Then she said the village mayor was offering a reward to the first woman to give birth to a son. And seeing as my parents were keeping me a secret, she'd hand me over and collect the reward money herself.
Damn.
I was too young to fully understand, but I knew I was in serious trouble. I started screaming and thrashing my arms about, and this only made her drive faster. I have no idea why I did what I did next, but suddenly, I jumped onto her knee. She couldn't see where she was going, and that's when we crashed. We could have died, but I didn't care. At that moment, all I wanted was to get away from that horrible woman, and it was my lucky day, because all that happened was her car got a bit crushed, but I escaped without even a scratch. I started running back towards our village, and she was chasing me.
This is crazy.
But I was too fast for her. My parents suddenly drove by, and my mom burst into tears. Well, there was nothing that woman could do. She was well and truly caught now.
Yeah.
Turns out she'd escaped from a nearby psychiatric clinic, and they came and picked her up promptly.
Bruh, I don't think these is real, man. I don't know. I don't think these is real. It's too many things that pop up that's like, bruh, come on. Like, your parents happen to be driving down the street. This lady happened to escape from it. Like, I don't know, man. Maybe.
My parents had no other choice. They had to tell the mayor and everyone else that I was actually a boy, and that my name was Jared. But I like being Jackie, I told them. That just made my mom cry more. And when she switched my dresses for shorts and t-shirts, I felt strange. I thought no one would want to be my friend anymore, but I couldn't have been more wrong. All of a sudden, every girl wanted to be my friend. I was the center of attention, and honestly, it was too much. I was just a kid. Suddenly, I had girls hanging off me, wanting to play with me all the time. How come I was more popular as a boy than a girl?
'Cause you got dick and balls, bruh.
Anyway, the older I got, the more intense it became. When I turned 12, the village mayor started a new tradition. From now on, every year on my birthday, I'd sit on a throne for the whole day. And all the women who wanted to conceive baby boys would come and bow at my feet.
Bruh. Come on, man. This can't be real, man.
And one by one, they'd reach out and kiss my feet. It freaked me out so much.
That's
But
crazy.
the mayor told me he'd buy me a special gift if I did this one thing for the village. One time, though, it was taken too far. One woman wouldn't stop kissing my toes. And suddenly, I felt a sharp pain shooting through my body. She'd gotten so carried away, she'd actually bitten down. I was even bleeding.
What? What? Bruh, nah, man. Nah, this can't be real, man. Why would you bite his foot? She trying to eat this fool.
After that, I refused to do it the following year. It was just some stupid ritual that the village thought would bring them luck. And come on, it wasn't even working. I was still the only boy. When I turned 18, I decided the only way to handle all the attention was to just embrace it. There was one girl, Sammy, who was actually pretty cute, and after she basically begged and stalked me for weeks, I agreed to be her boyfriend. Of course, all the other girls were jealous.
Man, I'd be getting topped off all of them. Every last one of them. Y'all want to rock the hottest merch in the game? Well, go over to SaintDaniel.com/shop, man, where you can get all the new merch that I drop. I got hoodies, t-shirts, pillows, phone cases coming, lanyards, all kind of stuff, man. So go over to SaintDaniel.com/shop, get the hottest merch, man. I got it on right now because it's just so fly. Also, if you want my uncensored sim videos, you want access to all my content before it hits YouTube, and some content that never hits YouTube that's strictly exclusive, you gotta go over to the Patreon account, man. It's only $2.99 a month. That's 10 cents a day. That's damn near free. And I got a Discord now, man. Shout out to my homie Freedom. He set up a Discord for me so we can go over there. We can post memes, we can post girls, we can post all kind of stuff. Let's get back into the video.
I was worried I was about to start World War III. Looks like Sammy won. I actually felt like I was really falling for her. And one night, she invited me over to her house. Her parents were out, so we started making out. She was really hot. She reassured me they'd only be home much later. But suddenly we heard the door. I leapt behind the sofa half dressed. And then things went horribly wrong. Well, how did it go? Did he put a baby in you yet? Come on, Sammy, we aren't paying you all this money so you can sit around. Give us a
Damn.
grandson already. I couldn't believe it.
She
She'd
played
been
you.
using me. I stood up and gave her parents the biggest fight. Then I turned to Sammy and said, "Screw you. I hope it's a girl you have." Then I grabbed my clothes and walked out.
So did he smash then?
I never wanted to see her again. But then later, she fell off the stairs and had a miscarriage. To everyone's shock, Sammy was actually pregnant with a baby boy.
Damn.
After that, the whole village knew about it and made them go even crazier. Women lined up outside my house for the whole day.
Dude could just be, man, that is crazy. If this is real, that's wild.
Some even tried to enter my home. Everyone wanted my number and my social media contact. They even put security to watch me. But then I was like, screw it. After the way Sammy used me, I decided to get revenge by dating as many girls as possible. Girls were basically falling at my feet, while guys around the world were doing the impossible to get girls' attention. So I dated a whole bunch of them at the same time.
Why
And
not?
they did everything for me.
I mean, that's what you should have been doing from the jump, bruh. Enjoy that. Enjoy that.
They got me food, gave me massages, and I got all kinds of gifts daily. I mean, we all know how much fun a guy like me can have with girls. They were just so hot and amazing. And the best part, I didn't have to work for it. But there was so much expectation. They all wanted sons. I wasn't ready to be a father. Babies were so not my thing. I tried to talk to my mom about it, but suddenly she started crying. I told her I wasn't interested in hearing about how much she wanted a grandson again.
But see, the thing is, for real, like, this dude has it so good that he could have kids, get paid, live riches of the rich just for having kids. He ain't got to take care of the kids. He just got to be there mentally for the kids, really.
But then she took me by surprise. She told me she was sick, and that she didn't have much time left, and that she only wanted me to be happy. I felt so guilty.
Dang.
Was I being selfish? Why couldn't I just give my mom what she truly wanted? Which was clearly a grandson. After our conversation, I asked Amy, who lived next door to us, if she wanted to be my girlfriend. I made her swear to keep it secret, so that the other girls didn't get jealous. I felt like time was against us. Mom kept getting more sick, and Amy and I were having no luck getting pregnant.
But see, to me, that doesn't make sense. Why would you try to have a kid for your mother and your mother's, like, I don't get that.
Then I thought, what if I had another girlfriend too? I don't know if it was the thought of losing my mom and not giving her what she wanted, or if I was actually going insane or something. But I asked Leanne, who lived at the end of the village, if she'd like to be my girlfriend too. And obviously she said yes. Please don't judge me for two-timing. I just felt desperate, and then shit hit the fan. Clearly the universe wasn't playing with me. On the same day, they both called me and told me they were pregnant.
This fool, man.
Amy was a strict Catholic and said her parents would kill her if we didn't get married. So I married her at home and we had a quiet little ceremony. But then Leanne told her dad she was pregnant. And he threatened to beat my ass if I didn't marry his daughter.
Well, why all of a sudden did it switch up? See, at first they was like, oh, you can have kids. Oh, it's all good. Just have a kid, have a kid. Now they act like they want you to marry their daughter. Like, that wasn't really the energy that they was bringing at first.
I knew I didn't have a choice, but was it even legal? 2 wives? But no one would need to know. This all happened in the same week. Suddenly I had 2 wives and 2 babies on the way. Leanne's dad gave me a job on his farm.
Sound like my Sims episodes, man.
So I spent the daytime with Leanne. Then every night I'd go home and stay with Amy. Can you believe I didn't get caught? My parents knew about Amy, but I just prayed they didn't find out about Leanne. Listen, I wasn't happy about it. In fact, I didn't feel anything for these girls. And I was sure it would get out at some point. And it did, because both of them gave birth to boys. I was there for Amy's, and had to rush over to Leanne's to make her birth too. And the mayor held another stupid ceremony. Well, there was no way I could go. Everyone would find out. I packed a small bag and gave my mom a kiss goodbye.
But see, to me, I mean, first of all, your mother is dying. You need to stay there with your mother. But why not just keep it 100? Tell everybody that you having kids. That's what they want you to do anyway.
And then I took my dad's old bicycle and cycled out of the village as far as I could. I rented a small room at a cheap motel. But then every social media platform reported me missing. The whole village was looking for me. I tried to disguise myself as someone else, and I started working at a grocery store nearby. A long time passed and no one found me. I started having male friends my age, which was pretty cool. But to be completely honest, I also missed my family. I was scared of what they'd do if I went back to see them, so I never did. Until one day, after a whole year passed, I heard a knock on the door. It was the motel manager standing there with my 2 wives, and he said, "These women are looking for you." I wanted to run, but I saw that they were holding 2 adorable baby boys. My 2 wives told me, "We want you back. We don't care that you're married to both of us."
That's what I'm saying. Of course they don't care, bruh. You the man. Like, do your thing.
But if it's too much for you, you can choose one. I hated how my life was like before. But after seeing my 2 boys, I couldn't stay here. My village needed me to have more children. Both of my wives were pretty cool, so I decided to stay married to them both. And eventually, I got a 3rd wife after a few years. And today, I became the proud father of 10 boys.
That's the end. That's the end of the video, bruh. That's crazy, man. I mean, dude is living his life like how my Sims be living their life, which I can't knock him for that. But that's the end of this video, y'all. I love y'all, man. Make sure, again, you post in the comments if y'all want me to react to anything. It could be stories. It could be memes. It could be political. It could be music. It could be anything, man. Post it in the comments. Love y'all. Peace.